Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I have been once again spawn camping the YouTube page for Wuthering Waves, and boy, oh boy, look at what we have over here. We've got a Resonator Showcase for an unannounced unit. I'm just going to be real with you, ladies and gentlemen. Kuro Games has been taking a bit of a unique marketing approach when it comes to, I guess, whoever this character is. They went ahead, they've been showing, like, bits and pieces of her across the social media, giving breakdowns of her kit when we haven't even seen her in the story yet. So I guess this is just going to be our first opportunity to go ahead and figure out just what is going on with this unit. I'm about as excited as you guys are. This is about 48 seconds ago. Why don't we go ahead and just get right on into it?
The flames of fate lit long ago.
Very nice to see that they're picking up exactly where they left off when it came to Iuno and her combat showcase. This was basically the exact same ending scene. Taking a look at that bow, so I'm glad that they're doing like that continuation. They actually haven't been doing it for characters like Augusta, so this is something that I'm personally really into.
A priestess born in a lunar eclipse sees what others never will.
She does see the future.
To anchor the future of Septimont.
And she's kind of good with that bow. She's actually really good with that bow. I think she might be the only character in the Wuthering Waves universe that uses bows because everyone else has a gun.
From that moment on, the life of Iuno was thus ordained.
That's kind of a cold open.
As the prophecy foretold, I seek the threads of causality. Whatever I see will come to pass. Amidst the chaos, I spoke fate's absolute truth. Until...
I'm beginning to realize that this might be one of the first character showcases that Kuro Games has done where the unit is actually, like, talking this much. If you guys remember Augusta's trailer, basically that was like her going through like her past, and then you had a old and Augusta, like you had like an old narrator man kind of going ahead and dictating what's going on. But this time it's all Iuno, which is it might have been done before, but I think this might be the first. Well done, well played.
I saw calamity's descent, dark tide surging.
That's not good.
Civilization into the void, Septimon's doom, and our final hour.
Imagine being the only person that knows what's going to happen. And I feel like to a degree, she doesn't even feel like safe telling other people because it could leak. It could turn into a panic, right? The Grand Priestess found out that the future is doomed. That in itself could be a way for like, it could be like a foregone conclusion where the doom and destruction actually happens because people hear the news about the doom and destruction and start freaking out and panicking. So it's almost like, yeah, it's a bit of like the double-edged sword, this whole prophecy, fortune-telling sort of stuff she's got going on over here. Very stressful. Maybe that's why she sleeps so much.
If this is the future in its entirety, how am I to relay it?
I see. Yep.
The further I see, the closer I approach the deathly quiet. The more I observe, the clearer the unthinkable end becomes. If such cruelty awaits, what value remains to speak of?
This really reminds me of the Shorekeeper showcase, where she was like back in the port city of Guizhou during its destruction, something that happened in the past, and she's just kind of like sitting there as everything is like, people are like, getting destroyed, all that stuff. The buildings are getting ruined all around her. And this is like, that was in the past. And now you have Iuno going through the same exact emotions, but this time it's in the future. I think that is a great juxtaposition. And if you don't know, both of them summon like a domain. She summons like the full moon, and then Shorekeeper summons the stellar realm. Maybe there's like some sort of link between the two characters. Maybe I'm just like spitballing and their kits are just sort of similar, but I'm beginning to see a lot of parallels, especially now that they're taking this approach with the trailer. Oh, yeah. She's going back now.
What are you drawing?
The Great Priestess saving Septimont, of course.
But I've never seen such an ending.
So what? Who says you can only draw what you've seen? Isn't it up to you how it should be? Here, give it a try.
What the hell is that? Is that a chisel? They're not drawing. They're destroying. They're vandalizing. That's not a pen. My gosh, Yuno's always been an asshole. No, she was born with it. Ah, yep. This is exactly like Shorekeepers. My gosh. And it's exactly like it in a good way. Oh, she's popping off. The music's popping off too. Oh, is that the... They put the boss monster in the showcase. They put the false sovereign, the boss monster, Is this thing going to... Wait, there's no way this thing is, like, about to get her. Because what we know is that Iuno deleted herself fighting this guy. So has this, like, already happened?
No. I was never following anything. Every step was my own choice.
Oh, there we go.
If the moon refuses to shine on the darkness ahead...
Woo! Then it's up to me to draw fate's bow and release it where I choose.
I'm not gonna lie. This has to be quite possibly either the most cinematic or maybe just the best showcase the company has made yet. I don't know who at Kuro Games decided to go ahead and, like, make Iuno this bow-focused character. I'm just gonna be real with you, brother. This probably has to be, like, this whole, like, bow transformation, whatever she's doing over here, starts, like, charging up the shot, takes the pose, does all of that. It's gotta be one of the most badass things that's in the game. And it's like, when you consider the context of this being a game where you have, like, guns, where you have, like, all this high-tech, futuristic technology, and the coolest thing in here is a bow, I think the devs have done a pretty good job with whatever they're designing. Because all I kind of want to see in the story moving forward is, like, maybe, like, we're in trouble in, like, the 3.x storyline, whatever, 4.x storyline, and then you just see, at, like, a critical moment, this arrow, fired from Iuno, 3 continents away, just blasting the big baddie that's in front of us. If Kuro doesn't end up doing that, knowing, like, what they've set up with here with this character, I know people want to see playable characters again, that's what I want to see. a fucking WMD sent over from Septimot that just nails the baddie in the face. Because, I mean, just look at that, brother.
The flames of fate lit long ago.
Oh, my God.
The gifted priestess
Oh, my God.
would anchor the future of Septimot.
Oh, my God.
From that moment on,
Is this canon?
my destiny
Is this canon?
was always mine
She's crazy.
to define.
She might be the strongest character in the game. What? What? Like, I get the trade. Maybe that's the trade-off. Maybe she has literally the strongest abilities in the game. Like in the lore, she's the most powerful. But like to access this power and like do it, she literally deletes herself. What else is like the explanation for what the hell she just shot an arrow, it like AoE'd and then actually just 1v99'd the entire server. She is the lobby admin. What?
To define.
Great. Nice ending shot. What else? Oh my gosh, okay. Well, that's a bit of like a cryptic introduction over there, I gotta say. This was 4 minutes and 35 seconds of absolute cinema. The amount of just like references that I see in here to some of like the past character trailers, obviously what's going on in the story, the narration done by Iuno herself, the reintroduction of the false sovereign, it just plants so many questions in my mind of like, when did this take place? Is this something that happened before? Is this something that's gonna happen later on in the story? None of that stuff is, naturally like super clear. Right? And I guess the thing is, at the end of the day, I'm sort of just at the point where I want to go ahead, just keep watching this, keep seeing like more of this stuff, and just, like, pun intended, this was just an absolute delight. This was just an absolute treat. And I gotta tip my hats off to Kuro Games for whatever the hell they've done here. I would dare say this is even better than Augusta's. Like I said again, I think this is literally the best trailer that the game has ever had. And I'm just at the point where, obviously, we're making jokes about Iuno and all of that. I think they did her a lot of justice over here. And this really is going to be... I think this is going to set standards for the character showcases moving forward. So yeah, that'll be that for that one, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you all thought about my analysis over here. I am so looking forward to the second half of version 2.6 in the story. Hopefully you're able to handle the jokes I was making about Iuno and all of that. I'll see y'all later. Peace.